Hello and welcome. So today we are going to learn how to sign the verses and bridge to Reckless Love by Bethel Music. The first part, which was the chorus, can be found in the link in the description. So I will sign the first verse for you now, and then we'll break it down.
Before I spoke a word, you were singing over me. You have been so good to me. Before I took a breath, you breathed your life in me. You have been so kind to me.
Okay, so let's break that down. So the first line of the first verse is before I spoke a word. So we've got before, everything over this shoulder is in the past. So before I spoke. So before I spoke. And we don't need to sign a word. So just before I spoke a word, you were singing over me. The singing we would normally sign like that, but we're signing over ourselves. Before I spoke a word, you were singing over me. Then the next line is, you have been so good to me. So you, referring to God, have been so good. And then the goodness passes down. So we're handing it over and then passes down from heaven. You have been so good to me. So far we've got, before I spoke a word, you were singing over me. You have been so good to me. Then the next line is, before I took a breath. So before, again, over the shoulder, I took a breath. You can imagine we're breathing in and out. Our hands are on the chest. Before I took a breath, you, just referring to God, breathed again into me. So we've got, before I took a breath, you breathed life into me. So far we've got, before I spoke a word, you were singing over me. You have been so good to me. Before I took a breath, you breathed life into me. Then it's, you have been so kind to me, which we're going to sign good again for. So you have been so kind to me. Then we've got the chorus, and then we're into the second verse. So I will now sign the second verse for you, and then we'll break that down.
was your fault, still your love fought for me. You have been so, so good to me. When I felt no worth, you paid it all for me. You have been so, so kind to me.
So the first line of the second verse is when I was your foe. So we've got when, is tapping 3 fingers on our cheek here. When I was your foe. So 2 little fingers together. When I was your foe. Then we've got still your love fought for me. So we've got your, referring to God, then love fought with our fists again for me. So still your love fought for me. And then we've got you've been so, so good to me again. So the same as we were signing in the first verse. You have been so, so good to me. So to go over the second verse so far. When I was your foe, still your love fought for me. You have been so, so good to me. Then we've got when I felt no worth. So we've got when I felt no worth. When I felt no worth, you paid it all for me. So paid on the cross. And then you have been so, so kind to me. So we've got you have been so, so kind to me. So the second verse all the way through. When I was your foe, still your love fought for me. You have been so, so good to me. When I felt no worth, you paid it all for me. You have been so, so good to me. Then we're on to the bridge.
Shadow you won't light up, mountain you won't climb up, coming after me. There's no wall you won't kick down, lie you won't tear down, coming after me. There's no shadow you won't light up, mountain you won't climb up, coming after me. There's no wall you won't kick down, lie you won't tear down, coming after me. There's no shadow you won't light up, mountain you won't climb up, coming after me. There's no wall you won't kick down, lie you won't tear down, coming after me. There's
first line of the bridge is there's no shadow you won't light up. So we've got shadow here, but because there's no shadow, we're shaking our head at the same time. There's no shadow you won't light up. So we're throwing light out. No shadow you won't light up. No mountain, but it's no again, so we're shaking our head. No mountain you won't climb up. No shadow you won't light up. No mountain you won't climb up. Then coming after me. So we've got God coming down from heaven to meet us. So far we have there's no shadow you won't light up. No mountain you won't climb up. Coming after me. Then there's no wall you won't knock down. So we've got wall. And we're shaking our head again. So wall you won't knock down. Sorry, kick down. So we're using the sign for knock down. So no wall you won't kick down. No lie. So the little finger on the lip. No lie you won't tear down. So we circle the hands around. I'll show you from the side. Like that. So no lie you won't tear down. And then coming after me again. No lie you won't tear down, coming after me. So the bridge is, there's no shadow you won't light up, no mountain you won't climb up, coming after me. There's no wall you won't knock down, no lie you won't tear down, coming after me. And remember, it's won't, so we're shaking our heads. And that's it, you've learned the whole song. So we will go back to the start of the song and sign it all the way through.
Before I spoke a word, you were singing over me. You have been so, so good to me. Before I took a breath, you breathed your life in me. You have been so, so kind to me. Oh, the overwhelming, never-ending, reckless love of God. Oh, it chases me down, fights till I'm found, leaves the 99. I couldn't earn it, and I don't deserve it, still you give yourself away. Oh, the overwhelming, never-ending, reckless love of God. Yeah. When I was your foe, still your love fought for me. You have been so, so good to me. When I felt no worth, you paid it all for me. You have been so, so kind to me. And oh, the overwhelming, never-ending, reckless love of God. Oh, it chases me down, fights till I'm found, leaves the 99. And I couldn't earn it, and I don't deserve it. Still, you give yourself away. Oh, the overwhelming, never-ending, reckless love of God. No shadow you won't light up, mountain you won't climb up, coming after me. There's no wall you won't kick down, lie you won't tear down, coming after me. There's no shadow you won't light up, mountain you won't climb up, coming after me.